Now, they have the worst record in the NBA.
It's Friday night, and the players love him. Thank you, David. Now Golden State's starting five. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Green, and it's Chris in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Trailblazers, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. Now here's Lillard, pass to Anthony. Here's Nurkic, covered by Wiggins, 6 to shoot. Pass to Collins. A 3 from McCollum. Three-pointer, Lillard. AT that time from Curry. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Golden State.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames. But money well spent by the Blazers.
And it's denied. Here's Green. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Well, whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that Draymond Green is one of the more unique players in the league.
There really isn't anyone else like Draymond. I mean, who does everything for a team but score. I mean, not only can he play all positions on both ends of the floor, but also to be the emotional leader, truly a special player.
Now here's Lillard, who's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
Wiggins passes to Green. Over Collins. And the rejection by Collins. Nurkic finds Anthony. Portland moving the ball around. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Anthony. Lillard's got his second bucket of the night. Nurkic with the steal. It's Carmelo Anthony on the way. Inside. Here's Collins over Green. Shot by Collins, no good.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
Chris can't hit. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Lillard dishes to Collins. Wiggins against McCollum. Here's Chris, and Chris throws it down.
And once Chris gets the position he wants, he is throwing it down with a vengeance.
The pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Green with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Lillard surveying the D. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, Smitty, for players and teams that are out of the playoff hunt, how do they stay motivated here to go the rest of the season every night, every practice, every trip?
And I think that's when the organization, your captains, your coaches, you got to talk about being a pro. Sometimes you lose focus. You're not in the playoffs, and maybe your team that was supposed to be or not slated to be in the playoffs. You still are a professional. You have to have a professional approach.
From deep three-point range, and the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story, inconsistent with his offense.
Here's Whiteside, pass to Collins. McCollum kicks to Lillard. And he finishes nicely on the way. Lillard's got 9.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
The shot by Anthony, no good. The Warriors leading. Wiggins drives in. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Lillard, the pass to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
If the keys to your offense are in Lillard's hands, you're going to be in pretty good shape. Check out how well he runs the pick and roll there. That's just a perfect way to play.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. It's not going to go for him. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
Yeah, they got into a terrific flow offensively, but a lot of that was because the defense they were facing was mediocre.
Yeah, it seemed like they got every shot they wanted. I'm sure they wish every game could be that way.
A different look now for Portland. Isanya, he's checked in for Collins. Little comes in for Anthony, and it's Simons in for Lillard. Now here's Wiggins. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn, and the shot goes down. Pascal's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
34 seconds left here in the first quarter. Back to McCollum. Off target at the rim.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
And stolen by Whiteside. The tray. It's rebounded by Poole. Warriors have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Here's Looney, and the layup's good off the glass.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Here's Simons. He gets it up, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think
knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively. Also keeping them out of sync.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Well, there is no doubt Hassan Whiteside still a major factor in rim protection.
I'm not sure if his block totals will get back to 4 a game, but he still gets plenty of blocks. The fear he puts in shooters, the amount of shots he changes, still make him one of the best in the business on defense.
And the jam by Whiteside.
And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
This one for 3. Trent gets the bucket. Trent's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Here's Hasanya. Little.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Pass to Looney. And Whiteside sends it back.
Whiteside gives enough space, waits, elevates, quality block shot by the big fella.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Trent. No good on that one. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Coming off that loss against the Nets. Looney passes to Wiggins. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Steve, we're seeing more and more teams turn to high motion offense with a lot of passing, a lot of movement. What makes those systems, do you think, successful in today's game?
I think when you're in constant movement, especially with the rules where you can't grab and clutch and touch, it makes it hard for the defenders to keep guys in front of them. And it's hard to switch defensively when you have a team always in motion.
And
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Monday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors.
And guys, one thing about road trips like this one, they'll be seeing this as a chance for the team to come together. It might be a bit of a silver lining for a trip that doesn't always provide a lot of success.
Thompson outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Sensational work by Thompson to drive it aggressively to the hole.
Lillard outside. Outside Anthony. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And Collins is right there.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
It's Thompson off the drive. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
This is where Curry's excellent. Ball in hand, making decisions.
Back to Lillard. 59 seconds left in the first half. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. They trail by one. Nurkic with the block. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers.
C.J. McCollum.
On the wing, Thompson. He is guarded by McCollum. Shoots the three. And Thompson is good for three. Thompson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Stolen by Thompson. And now Curry running the floor all by himself. And he gets it to go. Now it's a 4-point Warrior lead.
You got to reward him. He's getting out in transition and running. Get the ball to Stephen Curry.
Three-pointer, Lillard. A three-pointer is right on target. Lillard's got 12 in the game.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
And Lillard throws it down.
How about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
And that's it for the first half of action. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 14 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And Nurkic gets it to go.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Chris kicks to Thompson. On the wing, Wiggins. To the middle. Here's Green. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look. but this is why we play the game.
And here's McCollum for three. Wiggins with the rebound. Wiggins has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
The Golden State Warriors so great offensively. People forget about their defense. Their length and IQ make them tough to deal with, especially in the playoffs.
In the last couple seasons, Golden State's defense in the regular season slipping off just a bit.
You know what I think what happens is, with their elite offense, I think they started to rest a bit more on defense. Also, when you've been to the finals 5 straight years, some coasting can occur.
Here's Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
In attack mode, Whiteside drawing the foul, still able to complete the play.
Looney's checked in for Steph Curry. The Trailblazers have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. And that one misses.
And it had been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade. A chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
To the paint, Smailagic, and that one drops for him.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Anthony in the corner. And he lays it straight in. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Smailagic, count it, good. 6 points for him.
Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Cullen passes to Hazania. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's McCollum. And the shot is long.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Smailagic. Boom, he jams it straight down. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
His wingspan is 7'7". Whiteside using all of it there.
And so it's Golden State with it after the Trailblazers pick up 2. It's good.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
You know, fouling Whiteside in there used to be a good strategy. Not anymore. He's improved his free throw shooting quite a bit.
So both teams making some changes here. Steve, Kobe Bryant said that growing up in Italy gave him a huge advantage learning the fundamentals and the tactics of the game. Do you think Europe's better at developing players than the United States?
No, I don't think they're better. I do think their system at times for certain players, they get into a system of working on their game. And I wouldn't just say fundamentals from an early age. And a lot of those guys are being able to practice with pros at an early age. I think it comes down to individuals. And also I think a lot of these parents and kids, you have to understand it starts off with making a layup versus making a 3. So I don't think that Europe is doing it better. I just think a lot of times right now we're looking at some of those European players and they're coming over ready to play from day one versus some other players.
Now here's Little. Here's Trent. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard comes in for Anfernee Simons. Green, he's checked in for Golden State. Klay Thompson comes in for Andrew Wiggins. Now here's Lillard. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. But they recover it. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. From deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. Lillard's got 17. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the third. Thompson from long range. That one doesn't go.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3-ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
And so it's Portland. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his...
Hey, good job defensively!
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Trailblazers leading by 8. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Chris is out there with Draymond Green. And it's Pascal in at the small forward position. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Warriors. And for Portland, they're shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Now, here's Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Outside Collins. Clock at 6. Here's Lillard. Curry with some nice D. Warriors trail by 6. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. Now here's Thompson. And there's the pass to Pascal. Golden State moving the ball around. Fires for 3. The shot by Thompson, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside Collins. The 3 from Anthony. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Collins has got the lead up to 8 now for Portland.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And Thompson kicks to Curry. Lets it go from deep. Portland grabs the miss. Collins has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. They get Stephen Curry.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
2 shots.
And so he hits both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Warriors trail by 10. Passes to Pascal. And here's Chris. Shoots over Nurkic. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And a deep 3 from Lillard. The Warriors pull it in.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And here we go. Warriors running again. Here's Chris. 2 free throws come. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open 3, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. 6-point game. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds in the game. 3-pointer, Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate. When you need a big basket, call on Stephen Curry. This guy is not afraid of taking those shots.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. 1:31 left here in the fourth quarter. Drills it from outside.
Really the best result they could have hoped for on that possession. They get back all 3 points they just gave up and are close to putting this thing out of reach.
And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. We've got 1:23 left to play in the final quarter. Pulls it from 20. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Stephen Curry. Wiggins against Anthony. Pass to Nurkic. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Love watching Nurkic set hard screens and then roll with purpose. Great job in the creativity there from the pick and roll. You gotta give Chris props there. Although he's young, he isn't afraid of the moment.
Here's Lillard. The Warriors making the shot. And the basket by McCollum.
Give him a lot of credit. He's always looking to be aggressive on the offensive end.
Green kicks to Chris. Count it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Beautiful feed by Draymond. He plays a physical game, but he also has great awareness and skill.
Now Lillard. McCollum left side. Shot clock at 6. They get it back. Here's Golden State.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
They have very little time to run a play, and then, of course, they also need to foul. Clutch basket from Draymond. You always feel comfortable with him taking the shot.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
Collins with it. Lillard with no one around. Tips it. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Curry from deep three-point land. And the miss. And so it's Portland winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.
RPM Tech benefits to this day, resulting in unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
I bet you're all wondering the same thing. What is NBA 2K21 all about, both current gen and next gen?
So we're going directly to the developers to ask.
Gameplay director Mike Wang joins us here on 2K TV. Mike, how are you?
Hey, it's great to see you guys.
How has development been staying at home during this tough period?
Oh, man.
Oakland has been a wonderful home for the Warriors, but you know San Francisco will be too. Thanks, D.A. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Chris. And it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. Zubac the pass to Leonard. Here's Beverly, down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Curry. Zubac controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Ring shot on the way. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Well, speed, intelligence, touch. Kawhi Leonard has it all.
Curry passes to Wiggins. Golden State moving it around. Thompson outside. And now here's Chris. He's guarded closer. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Late in the season, Doris, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing more beneficial to a young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get more and more minutes. They'll give those young guys more and more responsibility on the offensive and defensive end. And there's no greater teacher than giving NBA reps to guys who you think can be a key part of your future.
So fun for us as the fans and people that cover the league to get a glimpse of the future. What these teams, what these individual players could be like. Puts it up from 17.
And this is why Draymond is one of the best defenders in the NBA. Constant energy, and it's absolutely infectious.
Wiggins finds Thompson. That one good for 2.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Well, how about the job they got from their bench? That productivity was a major part of the outcome.
Now, here is Morris. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect. Well, a nice defensive play. Altered the shot, then stayed right there to clean up the glass.
Both teams will make substitutions. The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Curry against Williams. Pass to Zubac. Back to Williams. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Curry, following the score by Lou Williams. And Steph Curry gets the 3.
My goodness, the pure shooting stroke of Steph Curry. It's the envy of every NBA player.
Greg, this season is the first time in the last 4 or 5 years that Golden State will not be the prohibitive favorites to win it all.
I mean, back-to-back devastating injuries in the finals. Kevin Durant departing in free agency with time and help. Will they retake the throne? So we'll just have to wait and see.
And here is Zubac, following the three-pointer by Andrew Wiggins. Back to Morris. Here's George. Steph Curry with the rebound.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
And now here's Chris. He's coming off a 10-point game against Brooklyn.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
The Clippers trail. George passes to Morris. And here's Leonard from three. The Warriors pull it in. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Clippers trail by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's George. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Back to Curry. Now the pass to Wiggins. Chris kicks to Wiggins. Curry looking around. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that does it. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2004.
My inspiration really came from my mother.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Well, you have to be a fan of the way Kevon Looney plays, the former UCLA Bruin. He puts in the work on the defensive end, Doris, and it shows.
No doubt. He has evolved to be the kind of player who is often asked to guard the wings, sometimes even point guards. Just think back to last year's playoffs. He had to guard the likes of James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Kyle Lowry. This guy is so gifted as a defender, and he's only getting started.
And for the Clippers, we've got Kawhi Leonard, Reggie Jackson out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's Landry Shamet, and it's Green in at the center. Now here's Thompson. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. It's stolen by Green. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Thompson.
And throughout his career, Beverly has remained a pest, an aggressive defender that no one likes having him guard.
Doris, so interesting to watch 7-footers who almost never shot 3-pointers make that now a featured part of their game.
Give some credit to the coaches who recognized the game was being revolutionized and that 3-point shooting, regardless of position, would become integral to success. So a guy like Marc Gasol, who actually fought the idea of taking threes, Brook Lopez, Nikola Vucevic, all of them have become more integral to team success and more capable NBA players because they can shoot the basketball. It's beautiful.
It is. Evolving and adapting at that size has been something to watch. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. Here's Looney after the basket by Los Angeles. 6 on the shot clock. Golden State moving the ball around. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Yes, that goes in.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
Here's Looney. The short one's on the money. Looney's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Here's Beverly. It's rebounded by Poole. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. Marcus Morris is checked in for Leonard. And it's George in for Patrick Beverly. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
And here is Los Angeles now. The Warriors making the shot. And it's Shamet missing. 1:36 left now here in the second.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
It's just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
And the basket by Jackson. Warriors leading by 8. Passes it to Poole. Over to the left wing. Here's Pascal. And the Warriors get it back. And that one, good.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, Greg, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Now, here's Shamet. He had 10 points in the win against the Warriors in San Francisco.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
And a 2-for-1 is there for him if they want it.
Well, you're trying to end the quarter the right way. It takes awareness and it takes discipline.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
And here are the Warriors now. Paul George making his last shot. Pass to Poole. Here's Pascal. And the turnover again by Golden State. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Puts it up from 15. Up again. The Warriors pull it in. With 1 on the clock, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it... Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point. And that'll...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Warriors leading by 8. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Green, and it's Chris in at the pivot spot manning the middle. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
That's just a terrific pass from Klay Thompson. My goodness.
Well, last summer, Greg, was supposed to be a large courtship for Klay Thompson. The injury, though, kind of changed things in his free agency.
It didn't take long for him to re-sign with the Warriors. I think as soon as the team offered him a max deal, he signed. Looks like the Splash Brothers will be together for quite some time.
2 on the clock. Leonard and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, this guy is never a bad option in a tough situation. Kawhi Leonard under duress. Nicely done.
Curry passes to Green. Over Morris. And Green with the basket on the assist by Curry. Green's got the lead up to 10 now for the Warriors. A 3 from Leonard. Morris against Green. To the inside. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Outside, George. Pass to Zubac. It doesn't go for him. Good D by Thompson.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Clippers trail by 10. A three from Leonard. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. 9 points for Leonard.
I don't think there's anything Leonard can't do on the basketball court. He can score inside, the mid-range, long range. He'll hurt you from absolutely anywhere. He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Morris kicks to Beverly. Left side, George. No good on the three. Warriors leading by 7. Green finds Chris on the wing. Thompson. Back to Chris. Wiggins passes to Curry. Wiggins with it. Lets it go with the three. Here's Chris. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Chris has got his second basket.
And how about the timing on the backboards there from Chris? Has the size and quickness to be a problem.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. And George kicks to Morris. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. There's the pass to Thompson. Inside, 9 feet out. No good that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it.
And in recent years, some call the Warriors the greatest fast-breaking team since the Showtime Lakers. Doris, do you concur?
Greg, the Showtime Lakers are my all-time favorite team. But I will say, because of the shooting, the ball handling, the passing, the capability on every possession for something spectacular, I would say that this team was as close as you can get to the Showtime Lakers.
And here is Los Angeles now, trailing here by 8. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson's checked in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Passes it to Shamet. Back to Jackson. Pass to Shamet. Left side, Leonard. On the wing, Jackson. Clock at 6. Lays it up off the glass.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Curry passes to Pascal. Kicks to Thompson. To the middle. Golden State moving the ball around. Golden State needs to get off a shot. The shot by Looney, no good. Here's Shamet. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with their lead step. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Landry Shamet, Lou Williams out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's JaMychal Green, and it's Leonard in at the 4 spot.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Here's Thompson, following the score by Reggie Jackson. Thompson passes to Pascal. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Chris, he's checked in for the Warriors. He hits the second from the line. Here's Jackson. Williams scanning the floor. Outside Leonard. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Well, Kawhi Leonard starting to percolate, guys. You may want to start checking this guy.
Thompson from long range sinks the three-pointer. And the Warriors lead by 8.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Curry against Jackson. To the paint, here's Green, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, easy call.
First one falls for him, and the Warriors making a change here. Wiggins is checked in, and then for the Clippers, Morris is checked in for Landry Shamet, and George is subbed in for Jackson.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
And now here's Chris. And he converts the layup.
Well, you love the aggressiveness. Chris not drifting around on the outside. He's getting it done in the painted area.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 8-point game. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
Now here's Curry. Wiggins passes to Chris. Back to Wiggins. All sorts of time. Again, Golden State.
Now, sometimes Wiggins better off when he doesn't have to put the ball on the deck.
Right side, Leonard. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Williams against Thompson. 5 on the clock. Morris kicks to Green. Here's George. Warriors with the rebound. On the wing, Thompson. Covered by Morris.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Leonard finds Morris. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. From deep, George. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Heck yeah, that's what you expect from your leader. Paul George stays calm and doesn't get overwhelmed by the moment.
Here's Pascal, covered by Morris. Outside Leonard, over in the corner Williams. Puts up a 3 with the tip, and George able to finish.
Well, Paul George putting the size and the length that he possesses to be an effective force on the glass. Nice.
It's tipped. Pass to Morris. Now here's Williams, covered by Wiggins. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
So, for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Green, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. It's Thompson off the drive.
Well, the hard-charging approach of Klay Thompson paying dividends with the foul call. Hey, they like to see that kind of aggressiveness.
Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, the crucial part of those free throws is that it now makes it a 2-possession game.
And it's Leonard at the elbow. The Clippers again turning it over. .109 left in the game. Curry passes to basket. Back to Curry. Jacks up a three. That one doesn't drop. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Right side, George. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Morris kicks to Zubac. Outside Leonard from downtown. Got it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Down low, here's Chris. It counts!
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie bar the door.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Thompson for three. Morris with the rebound. Beverly for three. And no good that time. Chris kicks to Thompson. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. It was up for grabs, right? And David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickup, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements.
We're so excited to have you back on the show, as always. But Mike, I know you can't give away everything, but the big question has been, is Next Gen just going to be the same game, but 2.0? What can you tell us?
It's absolutely not, Alexis, and I think that's something that we're so excited about is that, we've actually taken the current gen version of the game and we split development between VC Novato and our studio in LA called VC South. And so they've done a great job.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives from
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Well, I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Morris.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position. And for Los Angeles, they've got Paul George. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the point.
Well, everyone knows Lillard is one of the league's best scorers off the pick and roll, so he chooses this time to make the assist. Pass
to Zubac. Brent, two explosive backcourts. When you were playing, who was the toughest guard that you found to defend?
Well, I would start off with a guy named Allen Iverson. And the reason that I started with Kevin, the reason I started with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at a time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings. They would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, multiple screens by a bunch of guys who were big and strong. That was not good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, 2 points.
And Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me, Kevin.
I can see the bruises. George, that's a two-pointer, and he lays that one in.
You always talk about the first 2 steps in transition, and Paul George out quick and decisively that time.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. And there's Collins on the assist by McCollum.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
George. Damian Lillard pulls it in.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Count it. Nurkic has got his second bucket tonight.
I know CJ plays the 2-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
Here's Zubac after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. Zubac the pass to George. That doesn't go either for George.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Whiteside's checked in for Portland. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Lillard misses.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Leonard kicks to Zubac. And here's Morris for 3. Collins grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis, and the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. So for the Clippers, JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. The putback. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound, and the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That is his first foul of the game. Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Mario Hezonja's checked in for the Trailblazers.
Well, Portland being up there in the PNW, that's the Pacific Northwest, always means a lot of air miles. Matter of fact, they lead the league pretty much every year in distance travel.
Portland leading. Simons the pass to Little. It's stolen by Green. Leonard kicks to Williams. An easy 2 points on the layup. Ray, you talk about all that travel for the Blazers. That can wear you down.
Well, interesting. The Blazers have done some particular things off the floor for their players, bringing in UV lights into the locker rooms, coffee before the game. It's very much hipster Pacific Northwest.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Jackson. Good on the bucket. 59 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Simons. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Back to Whiteside. Second shot opportunity. Here's Little. And the pass to Hezonja. Shot clock at 6. A nice shot by Simons.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
24 seconds left in the first quarter. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Whiteside. Green dishes to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Here's Simons. Oh, and he misses the dunk. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Trailblazers lead. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Lou Williams out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Green in at the center position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Clippers trail by 3, and we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. And now let's check out the league's leading rebounders. These are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Second is Hassan Whiteside.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do.
Shamet, the pass to Jackson. 6 to shoot. To the middle. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And now let's take a look at Kawhi Leonard. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. 6th in scoring, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And you noted it. His points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. And to have someone, Brent, with the size and strength of Green play with the energy he does, it's a huge boost to any team.
Yeah, lots of talk last year about JaMychal Green really stepping into his own, starting to really own what it is he can do to impact any given game. He's a bit of a journeyman. He's traveled around a little bit between San Antonio and Memphis, but his role with the Clippers last year really put him in a nice spot for him to show off his skill set.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubats is checked in, and Portland with a change here too. Collins is checked in. The 3 from George. Goes back up. Here's Zubats. Pass to Morris. Shamet with it. The baseline J. Count that one. So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a loss to Memphis. Lillard with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. No good from the wing.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
And George able to finish. George has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
Well, positioning is one thing, but having the go-go gadget arms that Paul George has to get that rebound helps out a lot.
Lillard against Beverly. Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. This is it to Zubats. It's George on the wing. Kicks to Beverly. There's the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. Beverly against Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Stolen by Zubats. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. McCollum dishes to Lillard. A 3-pointer, no good. LA has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Shamet. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Offensive rebound. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. Then on Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for the game with the Mavericks, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
And Beverly kicks to George. Just 4 to shoot. Can't hit that one. And it's Portland the other way.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
About Melo getting up there at 6'8", rising up and getting to the rim for the throwdown.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. From the wing. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And here's Morris for 3. The shot off that time. And that'll do it for the first half. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Their field goal percentage was a robust. And that...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's been getting it done is Jusuf Nurkic.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
Yeah, and I'm not sure coming into this game he felt like he could dominate in the way he's doing so now. Been phenomenal.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. Zubac, that one goes. Counted. Zubac has got his second basket of the night. Brent with offensive rebounding. Which players can you count on to create second chance opportunities every game they play?
Well, Giannis in Milwaukee does a pretty good job with his length, grabbing boards and being able to go back in and cause some problems for the defense. Rudy Gobert is always around the rim, both defensively and offensively. DeAndre Jordan did that for years. It'll be interesting to see, if he can continue that role down there to be a putback and a stick-back guy.
And Lillard gets it to go.
Man, both on balance and on point. Damian working through that mid-range area now.
Here's Beverly. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverly is one of them.
And Patrick Beverly always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverly plays on, you're going to have to go through them.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by Beverly.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Just the level of power and explosiveness. Leonard just tenacious at the rim.
Lillard against Beverly. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And look, a tough rookie season for Zach Collins, but boy, he's bounced back much better in terms of shooting, showing why he was taken in the top 10 back in 2017.
Williams, he's checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly. Little, he's checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for Lillard. Williams inside. Leonard with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Jackson misses. And you look at Collins, able to protect the rim and space the floor offensively.
And fits that modern template for an NBA center. Time will tell how good he can be, but he's already making an impact.
Anthony. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one, Kevin. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Morris passes to Jackson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Just 5 to shoot. No good. Shot missing. Good D by McCollum. Here's Simons. Guarded by Jackson. And it's Simons missing.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. It's a 5-point game. Tries from 10. Great D that time from Green.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. You have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
And it's Hezonja with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Green inside. He's covered by Whiteside. Clock at 4.
That's just outstanding defense by Whiteside there to make sure the shot was not an easy attempt.
Deep 2 from Anthony, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Anthony's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And this is who he has become. Leonard, with the great body control, takes the hit and still able to sink the shot and one.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for JaMychal Green, and Landry Shamet subbed in for Marcus Morris. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Little, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. Feeds it to Whiteside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, sometimes the D has no choice but to foul Whiteside and try to make him earn it.
And the second free throw, good. Clippers trail by 5. Here's Zubac, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Zubac has got 4 points now in the quarter. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Trent, and he banks in the layup. Trent's got 5 points so far.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Here's Little, and it's Little finishing it off.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Now, here's Shamet. Hezonja defending. Jackson looking around. There's the pass to Zubac. Again, Los Angeles.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Here's Trent. Can't connect. And we've reached the end of the third. Trailblazers lead by 5. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. The 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Jackson is out there, Patrick Beverly. And it's Zubac in at the 5. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
That's a 2 from Lillard. Here's Whiteside. Second chance effort, and the layup is up and in.
Well, Whiteside always around the rim, such an amazing offensive rebounder, and second chance opportunities is where he does a ton of damage.
Beverly, the pass to George. Sinks the triple.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Lillard against Jackson. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight and stolen by Lillard. Here's Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
That's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
To the paint. Here's Zubac. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Nurkic. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Kicks it out to Lillard over Beverly. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Nurkic. And now it's an 8-point Trailblazer lead. Outside Jackson. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Whiteside's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Trent passes to Nurkic. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Clock at 6. Lillard from outside. And the jam by Whiteside.
Well, I would say that's as high percentage as you're going to get from Hassan Whiteside. He really takes off on those dunks.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And the Clippers making a change here. Morris has checked in. And Portland with a change here, too. McCollum's checked in. Lillard way outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers. Here's George. Uses the glass to finish the layup. There's a lot of talk, Brent, about eliminating divisions, something that's been discussed. I think that's going to happen.
I don't understand what the divisions are. Do you?
No. We don't pay attention to the divisions.
We don't pay any attention to the divisions.
It's all about conference.
And we know that divisions end up helping in some ways with the playoff seedings, but it just seems strange today to have the divisions the way they are divided up. I think it helps when you're opening up a fish wrap in the morning if you check a traditional newspaper, but otherwise, there could be something that goes away soon.
Zubac kicks to Beverly. To the inside. Kicks it out to Leonard. Puts one up from 19. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Trailblazers leading by 11. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Morris against Lillard. Inside. Deflects the pass. Lays it up and banks it in. Lillard's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, sometimes you got to take a picture and understand what the defense is giving up, and Lillard took advantage there.
And that one's good. Beverly.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Portland's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Trailblazers.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And really, they finally got something good to happen against this team. The last 2 games they faced them weren't nearly as productive.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Lillard.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Collins is checked in. Lillard looking around.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep it going. Oh, come on. It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that
finish. Here's Los Angeles now. They trail by 9 points. Here's Collins, and there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Here's Williams. The shot's good.
Well, it's such a challenge trying to alter anything that Lou Williams does just because you're on your heels most of the time.
McCollum outside. Lillard from outside. No good. And so it's Portland winning this one. A solid win on the road for them. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. lower body fluidity. And goaltending.
Now, Mike, with all this new technology, what does that mean for gameplay in NBA 2K21 for the next generation?
Yeah, and that's, whenever we have a new console year, that's something that always excites us as developers because we're always able to look and kind of dream bigger. And for us, it just meant, faster processing. It meant more memory. Just the ability to do things that we couldn't do.
Before we... Yeah, they got a lot of pride there, there's no doubt, and rightfully so. Thank you. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Green.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position. And for Golden State, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. Another year of record-breaking offense. Why is it, Chris, that great offense so often beats great defense?
Because defense is not about stopping you. It's about making you take the option that the defense wants. And so if we make a guy that doesn't shoot jumpers very well, if we stop all the penetration and make him shoot a jumper and he knocks it down, you just got to shake his hand. Sometimes it's great D, better offense. And we know this is a scoring league. And, you can play the best defense in the world and have your hand up and, matter of fact, smack him in the face. But Curry, Harden, LeBron, they're still going to knock that shot down.
Smack him in the face, you say?
Oh, I've tried that. I've done that before. And it doesn't work with the great ones. Just tap them on the forehead while they're shooting a jump shot and look the other way. They'll still knock it down.
Anthony on the wing. Nurkic in the post. Covered by Chris. They get the rebound.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Green finds Wiggins, and the layup's good off the glass.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Lillard against Curry. Curry with the steal. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. And Wiggins throws it down.
Oh, I love seeing Curry come up with steals like this, using his quickness to his advantage.
Trailblazers have gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. Lillard from outside drills the three-pointer.
Finally, After all those clanks, someone comes through for him.
Oh, yeah, you can hear the sigh of relief from here. Now they've got to build on that first bucket.
And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Collins is running. Anthony, the pass to Lillard. The 19-foot shot, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And you can tell Lillard fears no one. Sometimes it doesn't even matter what you do defensively. One of the game's elite scorers and closers, Damian Lillard. With the game on the line, you know what time it is. It's Dame time.
The offensive rebound. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Well, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
Pass to Lillard. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Lillard's got 7. Chris, you talk about degree of difficulty. Damian Lillard takes and makes some incredibly tough shots.
Kevin, the percentages don't do him justice. I mean, off the dribble, contested, from deep. Lillard is always a threat.
Here's Wiggins following the score by Damian Lillard. Here's Chris, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Jusuf Nurkic.
Young, rangy big man. Chris possesses a nice skill set, and I think the potential to be a terrific player in our league.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
Well, and Kevin, this Warriors team, they just have a wealth of stars. Nothing can equal the roster from last season, though. But they legitimately had an all-star at every position for a bit.
Here's Trent. That shot misses. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Coming off that loss against the Nets, here's Poole. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Trailblazers trail by 5. And even with the departures this offseason, the Warriors, Chris, are still a contender.
Yeah, and the Warriors knew that they couldn't keep the same roster. It just wasn't possible. But still, what a ride it was for the short time it lasted. Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
And so here is Golden State. The Blazers getting the bucket. Here's Pascal. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Now the Warriors moving it up. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
And now, here's Hezonja. Tight defense on him. The 3. No good that time. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Steph Curry talks about the visual drills he does.
It's a cognitive and neurological.
The improvement he's made, Greg, in his ball handling has really unlocked his game.
I mean, able to keep his head up as he attacks off the dribble, read the defense, and drills like that can only help.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in the point guard.
Straight up effort gets him those points. That's what it's all about on the offensive glass.
Little passes to Simons. Whiteside with it. Looney on him. Shot clock at 6. Whiteside. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Greg, let's take a look at Nasir Little. More power and athleticism at this point than skill, wouldn't you say?
I mean, no doubt. As an amateur, he could rely on the physical gifts to dominate. But in the NBA, you have to be able to shoot and handle with confidence. I think Little will get there because he has a tremendous work ethic.
Looney scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. It's a 5-point game. To the wing right side. Here's Trent. Again, the Trailblazers score.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Wiggins drives in. Here's Pascal. He can't get that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Lillard with it. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
What opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off it.
And all Nurkic needs is good positioning. Once he has this, dunking is easy.
Stolen by McCollum. Lillard up top, guarded by Curry. Shot by Collins, no good. Warriors have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Stolen by McCollum. Here's Lillard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
And Damian Lillard says, Greg, win or lose, he wants to stay in Portland. He keeps his residence there year-round.
And talk about his loyalty. In high school, lightly recruited, he ends up committing to Weber State. His senior year, all the big schools come calling, and Lillard kept his commitment. That shows you how he's built.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Lillard against Curry. To stop the run. Warriors the rebound. He's off on that one. Portland leading by 3. That's a 2 from Lillard. Green with the rebound.
He's as surprised as anyone with that miss. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count it.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. Deep 2 from Anthony. Wide open shot is on the money. Anthony's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Green. Nurkic with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooters.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Thompson against McCollum. Golden State moving it around. Green kicks to Thompson. Nurkic with the block.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
But he gets it back. Lillard dishes to Collins. Takes the 3. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Lillard. Out of bounds. Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
From the arc. Up again. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got 6 points.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
Kicks it to Curry. Good if it goes. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Very important triple there at the buzzer.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see you back. Some struggles for Portland in the first quarter. A big part of the problem was their defense and inability. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all filled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Green, and it's Chris in at the 5.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
Trailblazers leading by 7. McCollum outside. Pulls up. Here's Collins. Kicks it out to Lillard. A three-pointer off the mark. Warriors shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? They get it again. Here's Chris. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And how about the timing on the backboards there from Chris? Has the size and quickness to be a problem.
And the Blazers, one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, their guards can make most any shot. And they've got some glass eaters to chase down any misses.
Tries it from the top of the key. Warriors with the rebound.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. They've got a can't-miss play. Now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
Passes it to Anthony. And stolen by Wiggins. Here's Chris. And Chris throws it down.
Yeah, Kevin, you can't afford to leave someone open around Curry. He's great at keeping his head on the swivel.
And the Blazers rely on their guards in McCollum and Lillard to generate Chris a lot of their offense.
You're sometimes right, Kevin, and it can even be to a fault at times. I mean, they need more offense from their front court. Guys who can pound the ball inside and generate some easy offense around the rim.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Shot by Collins, no good. Warriors trail by 4. Up the floor. Green, no luck.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
And the Warriors making a change here. Looney's checked in. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Pass to Trent from deep. Right side trying to break free. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Thompson for 3. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Golden State Warriors. Now the pass to Looney. And the Warriors miss again.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
Most teams now look to run early and often, Chris. And there are some keys to finding success, aren't there, in the transition game?
Yeah, and the first key is you run fast and you speed up the pace, but that doesn't mean you hurry and take a hurried shot. Pacing and speed is all about getting it past half court to see if the defense is set, and if they're not, to take advantage. But it's a two-step process. And for teams to just run all crazy or willy-nilly like my grandfather used to say, well, you're not going to do anything but play fast and bad.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, very aggressive. I mean, he takes on the challenge with no hesitation.
Beyond the arc. Trent can't hit.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
Here's Wiggins. Count that bucket. Wiggins has got his third basket of the night right there.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish him.
Here's Whiteside. Nice move. And Looney sends it back. The feed to Wiggins. And stolen by Hezonja. Here's Simons. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And there's another turnover by the Warriors. And a brief look while we had the chance of a few of the hottest big men in the NBA. The leaders among centers and power forwards in field goal percentage during the last month. In the third spot, Hassan Whiteside.
And it's one thing to be able to create high-quality shots for yourself, but you still have to finish. And there's no doubt all those guys can do both.
Yeah, Greg, this is a dependable group of low-post scorers. They have incredible touch from close range.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's Looney. Banked in off the glass. Looney's got 6.
Oh, forget about three-pointers. Give me a look from right in tight. I'll take it all day long.
Whiteside, the pass to Simons. From past the arc. And Whiteside with the basket on the assist by Little. Whiteside's got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers. Smailagic, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball moving and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
From deep three-point range, no good on the last second attempt there. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Getting stops after that start. We've been getting stops. All right?
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Portland leading by 9. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Whiteside is out there with Collins. And it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And once Lillard hits the ground running, he's ready to throw it down. The D has got to step in front of him to prevent that.
Pascal. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 5th rebound in this one.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. Nobody near Lillard. No good on the triple.
His three-point game hasn't been there for him today, but don't sleep on him. At any moment, he could get his touch back.
Here's Anthony. And the basket is good. And the Trailblazers lead by 13.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside. Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Curry on the wing. No good from outside. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. And the basket by McCollum.
Ooh, what body control from McCollum. This guy's just a scorer. He takes on all comers.
And stolen by Whiteside. Anthony looking it over. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And it's Lillard missing.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
Here's Green, and there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
And there's no quit in Green, especially on the glass. Rebounds like a pit bull.
Here's Lillard. He feeds it to Collins. Back to Lillard for the three. Good on the three-point shot. Lillard's got 19 points.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a guy you can leave alone, not if you have any hope of closing the gap.
Trailblazers leading by 16. Feeds to Anthony. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishing.
He is a fantastic athlete for a power forward. Whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for with power.
Lillard way outside. The quick look, no good that time. Warriors have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And the basket by Pascal.
Oh, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
Lillard against Curry. From deep. Kicks it out to McCollum. Pass to Lillard. Launches a three. Trains the three-pointer. He's got 22.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
But, GA, this is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Sees the alley-oop, and it's blocked by Whiteside. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Whiteside. Here's Curry, and it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. We see the shift toward players on competing teams becoming friends. How does that compare to when you played, Chris?
It's a little bit different. The players that I admired the most, I wouldn't be friendly with on purpose. We were in the same position. A guy like KG, one of my favorite players ever. We're close now. But during when we played, it was either me or him.
Really?
It was both of us. I didn't want to hang around with him when I'm trying to beat him in the summer. But, you know, you got guys like the Banana Boat crew and LeBron and Wade. They're good friends anyway. Melo and Bron came in 1 and 2, and they had that relationship. So I think relationships are always great. Really, it's just about can you turn the friendship off when you cross the line? I know that Banana Boat crew can, and I know others can as well. And that's all you want. As much as you're friends off the court, I want you to dislike each other on the court through your friendship, just like a big brother, little brother type of thing. So I don't think it's a problem.
Pass to McCollum. To the middle. Nurkic with it. Just 4 to shoot. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And the Trailblazers lead by 19.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this one.
Another shot. And they pick up 2.
No hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy one.
Now Lillard. From deep three-point range, off target. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Table with Next Gen.
Obviously, the 2K community wants to know more about 2K21, so we wanted to invite one member of the 2K community on the show today.
Welcome, Agent 00 to 2K TV. Agent, what has been up lately?
I've just been focusing on content, to be honest with you. That's really been it. That's been my life. Every moment from when I wake up.
And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Morris.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Now Golden State's starting 5. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Marquise Chris is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. And for Los Angeles, they've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's Beverly in at the point. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in San Francisco.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backboard.
They generated second chance opportunities on one end, preventing them on the other end. That was the story of the game.
And the Clippers have possession. The Warriors making the shot. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
A big key to the Clippers' recent surge, the development of Montrezl Harrell. His activity and his ability to score have been infectious for this team, and he also can be very intimidating.
Stolen by Zubac. George against Thompson. Morris kicks to Zubac. Right side George. Curry against Beverly. Out to Morris. 6 on the shot clock. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And it goes on Draymond Green. And the Clippers getting Harrell in that Chris Paul deal. Turned out to be a decent trade for both teams.
You're totally right. The Rockets already had Capella. Harrell was sort of a redundant in terms of skill set. And you can only have one rim runner on the floor before you began to compromise spacing.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. Wiggins passes to Thompson. Green in the post. Morris is there. Wiggins dishes to Thompson. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. And that'll tie this game up.
Impressive work from Thompson. Hard for the defense to react on the catch and shoot.
Here's Beverly. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, you talk about someone who's an absolute piranha on defense, and that is Patrick Beverly. Gives you no room to get comfortable and is a thorn in his assignment side.
And Smitty with Beverly and his defense, it's not like he turns it on or off.
Nope, he's always going full speed on defense. It's been his calling card as a player for years now, and it's what he's made his name on in the NBA. This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Thompson finds Wiggins, and George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverly. The Warriors making a switch here. Golden State moving the ball around. Here's Pascal. Green with the rebound. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Warriors. It's stolen by Curry. Taken away by Williams. Morris into the lane. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
And the basket by Pascal.
You have to remember, Thompson's grown up in a system where sharing the ball is emphasized.
George against Thompson. George passes to Williams. Here's Chris. And Chris throws it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. And it's George finishing it off.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Passes to Chris. To the inside. Chris controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Williams. Makes it off the glass. Williams has got his second basket of the night.
Using his athleticism in the paint, Lou beats everyone to the punch.
Wiggins passes to Chris. Back to Wiggins. Williams against Curry. Thompson left side. Lets the three fly. And another three for Golden State.
A tough play to defend. Clay gets rid of the ball as quickly as anyone.
On the wing, Morris. Leonard looking over the floor. Here's George. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
Textbook defense.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Warriors ahead, up by 5. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we...
That's all defense is. It is effort.
And he should know, a former Defensive Player of the Year.
You know, he just takes pride in being their anchor defensively. And if he's not seeing that effort, he's going to let you know about it.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
Green is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Williams at the 2 spot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Green kicks to Williams. And Looney sends it back.
The tenacity of Looney there, swatting the shot back and showing off his defensive chops.
Curry on the wing. Back to Looney. Outside Curry. Back to Looney from 12 feet out. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Well, the former UCLA Bruin, Kevon Looney. Not a top option, but he knows how to contribute.
I love the energy and movement that Looney plays with. He doesn't create a lot on his own, but he always picks his spots. And he can finish a play if you take your eye off him.
And that one, good. Looney's got the lead up to 9 now for the Warriors. Looney's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. To the paint, there's Williams. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Williams has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Down low. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Lou Williams.
And for the Warriors, 5 straight finals appearances, something that hasn't been done since Bill Russell's Celtics of the 60s.
And those 5 appearances, Greg, produced 3 titles and was close to another one. Last year's finals not ending the way they wanted. Injuries certainly played a role. We'll see if they can make it back this season.
Jackson against Curry. Here's Green. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And for a long time, JaMychal Green was mostly an energy player. But he's expanded his game lately.
Worked on developing an outside shot. He can drop a few threes from the power forward spot now, Kevin. He still has a high motor. You love the activity around the rim.
Wiggins is checked in for Golden State. Golden State moving the ball around. Green against Green. And it's Green missing. Clippers trail by 6. Here's Beverly in the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Explosive first step off the bounce. Beverly has the speed to do this.
Shamet on the wing. Puts it up from 15. Keeps it alive. And Green is right there.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
Not the tallest power forward in the league, but Draymond Green carving out space.
Outside, Green. It's stolen by Green. Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Looney. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now a 6-point Warrior lead.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
And the shot goes in.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Green breaking loose. Tries again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And quickly, let's look at the numbers for Reggie Jackson. Getting around 12 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Without a good floor conductor coming off the bench, your offense can quickly grow stagnant. He solves that problem well.
Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Jackson. Pascal, the pass to Looney. Here's Pascal. He kicks it to Wiggins. And there's the pass to Pascal. Back to Wiggins. 5 to shoot. Second chance shot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. He hits the second from the line.
He's in attack mode, drawing contact now, getting to the line, something he didn't do at all in the first quarter.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Wiggins outside. Back to Green. Pass to Pascal. Over George. Shoots from the block. Bank shot. No good.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
When he's not shooting threes, you'll find Patrick Beverly at the rim.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during the... And that'll...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Now, Smitty, if you were playing today, who would you least like to see coming at you on a fast break?
I think in his prime, it would be LeBron James. Russell Westbrook is another guy I'd be kind of afraid of. I know it'd be a collision, but I say right now, it has to be Giannis because of the force and his jumping ability and the way he just glides to the rim.
It'd be a nightmare. You're right. Well, we've got a moment left set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, they've got Marquise Chris. Thompson is out there with Looney. And it's Green, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward. Green finds Chris. Green left side. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Morris. Here's Beverly. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Thompson passes to Chris. Over Morris. Chris can't hit. The Clippers trail. Here's Leonard. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And now here's Chris. Guarded closely. Looney kicks to Chris. He goes right over Marcus Morris and slams it down.
And once Chris gets the position he wants, he is throwing it down with a vengeance.
Green against George. Morris outside. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
And that one's good. Wiggins. And now a 6-point Warrior lead.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
George, no good.
Ugly start to this half. Hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
Chris pass to Wiggins. Chris with it. Defended by Beverly. Chris can't hit. For Los Angeles, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. From deep, George. The shot that time, not on target. So Golden State will take it the other way.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Chris in the post. He's covered by Leonard. Green, the pass to Chris. Count that one. Chris has got 12 points in the game.
Showing patience, taking time to read the defense. Draymond finds the open man.
And Draymond Green does so much on the floor. It's hard to quantify by any measurement.
And people have called Draymond a product of the system before. But I don't care where he is. Draymond's going to be a major impact with his defense and playmaking.
Wiggins with it. Leonard picks him up. Stolen by Beverly. Here's George. And he gets the bucket. George has got his 2nd basket of the game.
Such a hounding defender. Beverly timing the steal and initiating the break.
And Thompson kicks it to Looney. Wiggins surveying the floor. Here's Chris. Morris with the rebound. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 6. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. It'll be the 2nd of 4 games at home for them.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Green, the pass to Wiggins. And the Warriors can't hang on to the ball. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Monday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors.
In that one against the Pistons, they won't have much room for error in that one. A team like this will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this one.
Pass to Pascal. Curry on the wing. He's guarded by Williams. Pascal, the pass to Curry. 6 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Pascal's shot is off. Here's Jackson. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
Outside Curry. The three. And no good on the last second attempt this time. It's still anybody's game as we... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Lou Williams out there with Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Green, and it's Shamet in at the three, the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Wiggins passes to Pascal. He's covered by Shamet. Back to Curry. Right block shot, and yes, it's good.
Curry's unafraid to go inside, and he's a good finisher when he gets there.
Jackson passes to Shamet. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
And really, after trailing the entire game, they've got to be feeling good about evening things up.
Definitely. But this is the time where you want the momentum. Late is when you want to impose your will.
Jackson passes to Leonard. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter. Passes it to Pascal. Leonard with the steal. Williams passes to Shamet. Back to Williams. The pass to Shamet. It's tipped, but he stays with it. 4 on the clock. Second shot opportunity, and there's the bucket as Williams finishes it off. Williams has got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers. Right side Curry. Kicks it out to Wiggins. To the left wing. The 11-footer. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Los Angeles leading by 4. Jackson looking it over. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the Clippers making a change here. Morris is checked in. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Pass to Chris. To the middle. It's deflected. Here's Pascal. Misses the baby hook. And it's Marquise Chris with the foul. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Jermichael Green. Paul George comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Reggie Jackson. To the inside. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Thompson. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. 2 points. That one goes.
This is where Curry's excellent. Ball in hand, making decisions.
The Clippers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. And George kicks to Leonard. On the money from 12 feet away.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
Curry against Beverly. Offline with his 3. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Here's Beverly. Pass to Zubac. Outside for George. Really left alone that time. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Thompson passes to Pascal. Back to Thompson. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Zubac. For Los Angeles, they've gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Leonard. Up and in on the layup. And now it's an 8-point Clipper lead.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
Here's Curry. Got it from 16 feet.
You talk about pressure situation. Stephen Curry lives for these moments.
Clippers have gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive output. Beverly, the pass to Morris. Outside, George. Back to Morris. Warriors with the rebound.
This has reached desperation time for them.
For them to have a chance, everything has to go right on both ends from this point on.
Pascal, the pass to Wiggins. 3-pointer. You can't get it to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Leonard attacking. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
And a rare block shot from Morris. Anticipates the move and just times it out perfectly.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the basket by Curry.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Jackson kicks to Patterson. It's stolen by Curry. Yes!
Incredible hand-eye coordination of Steph Curry. Shows up in his dribbling, but also when he's out there stealing the rock.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Steve Smith.
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Absolutely.
So you're representing the 2K community right now. If there's anything you could ask Mike, what would it be?
It's all gonna be things he can't say. Like, when's it dropping? Like I need to know everything, man. Like, hey, Mike, just want you to know you are appreciated. I know the devs don't hear that all the time, but I know you be working day in and day out.
Appreciate it, Agent. What kind of questions are you asking specifically?
Like, yo, when's the game release? Is it gonna release for PS?
And here were the Clippers arriving earlier, getting mentally prepared to go to work on the road. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. And here's a look at some numbers for Morris.
And guys, he's regressed a little bit offensively. He hasn't been the same this month as he was earlier in the season. He's lacking the edge that he had, and he needs to change his mindset. Stop sitting back and get into attack mode.
And the Clippers starting five. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And for the Trailblazers, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward. So it's Portland now. Cullen passes to Collins. Lillard outside. Shot clock at 2. Elbow shot. A lot of experience out on that floor in front of us. Brent, your career spanned 14 seasons. Talk about how you saw the game differently as a veteran player versus the first couple years in the NBA.
Well, I saw it from the bench, quite frankly, as a veteran, Kevin.
Now, wait a minute. Now, hold on now. I know that's not altogether true.
I think the game just slows down. You start to understand that there is a tempo and a rhythm, not only to any given quarter, but any given game and any given season. So it's really, Kevin, about the idea of it slowing down. And I did sit on the bench for a bit, Kevin. That is
a little bit.
14 is still a good number.
But it turned out well.
Well, I get to sit next to you.
Well, it's a lot of fun. You're right. It's a lot of fun.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Zubac kicks to George. Count it from 12.
Paul George in the mid-range area, just dominating that possession.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Lillard against Beverly. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, Damian Lillard and his commitment to not only the way that he wants to play and wants to improve, but his commitment to Portland and this city and this franchise has been nothing short of remarkable.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And it's Beverly missing.
Not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Collins finds McCollum. Here's Anthony. Connects on the open J. Brett, you think about Lillard's value not just to the Blazers, but to the entire community of Portland, Oregon. Outstanding.
Always great, Kevin, to see a superstar take it off the floor and want to make impacts in the community. Lillard has been amazing at the job that he's done here in Portland and has stayed committed to where this franchise wants to go and trying to bring a championship to the Northwest.
Passes it to Nurkic. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
The second unit came in last game and just played lights-out basketball. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's foul number 2 for him. For the Trailblazers, Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Little comes in for Zach Collins. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Green, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverley.
We go back to 2015. The Blazers lost 4 of their 5 starters in the offseason. So instead of rebuilding, they retooled around Damian Lillard, and what a piece to retool behind. Amazing how far they've come in the past couple seasons where they've placed in the Western Conference.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Landry Shamet's checked in for Marcus Morris, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Paul George.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Here's Jackson. It's deflected. And now, here's Hezonja. He's covered by Shamet. And good that time. Well, you know, Brent, you've got to give a lot of credit to the Blazers front office, continuing to fortify this roster with under-the-radar acquisitions.
Interesting adjusting around a couple of albatross contracts to now have a team that's capable at positions that a lot of teams are trying to fill. That's the wing position. One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Here's Simons. Offensive rebound.
Well, some of the best centers in the league understand every aspect of the offense and where shots are coming from. And Whiteside positioned himself well for that one.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. To the paint. There's the steal. Inside. Leonard with the steal. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That is his first foul of the game. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 2. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Yeah, never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
The wide open shot by Little. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Jackson. He's coming off a 16-point game against Golden State. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Hezonja. Buries it down low. 11 seconds left in the first. And there's Williams. That's good on the assist by Jackson.
Well, even when you get physical with Lou Williams, he'll use that against you. Keeps his balance that time.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 4. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard.
A lot of responsibility when things go.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
Yeah, looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Landry Shamet is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's JaMychal Green. Then it's Williams. And it's Jackson in at the one. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial six-man of the year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
Trent can't hit.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Nobody near Williams. Hits the three-point bomb. Williams has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, you got to honor Lou Williams' shot from deep, especially if he's got other things going offensively. Has a great feel for when to pull the trigger.
Trent can't hit. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 in the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Green. Marcus Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. George is checked in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Morris outside. The pass to Shamet. And here's George. Covered by Anthony. Shot clock at 5. That one falls. George has got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Well, on that kind of move, Paul George is such a great scorer. He can stay in control even at full speed.
And it's sent back by George. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Lillard from outside.
I think Patrick Beverley loves the challenge every night to shut down his man. Takes great pride on the defensive end. Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, Kevin, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
And George gets it to go.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And 2 more three-point field goals for him here in the second quarter. Somebody had better get a hand up.
Pass to Zubac. 1:37 left in the first half. Replay angles are interesting, Brent. Instant feedback on social media. Talk about the increased pressure now on referees to get every call right.
Well, so many times, Kevin, on nights where you're working games, you sit there for a minute and a minute and a half.
In super slow motion looking at the play.
And still sometimes hard to get it right.
Very hard.
What I think the league should think about doing with the competition committee is every team in the league should have 3 and 4 cameras that are mounted so that every time there's a replay at any given arena, they have access to the same angles.
For every game.
Every game. Where are most of the times these calls being missed? Where are these calls getting wronged? And how is it that we can implement some technology to help us not only get it right more often, which is the most important thing, but also fair and balanced vision for the referees to have an opportunity to do so.
What an excellent idea. On the wing, Morris. A second chance effort. Rebounded by Anthony. Trailblazers leading by 5. Here's McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. McCollum's got his first basket of the night.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
29 seconds left to play in the first half. He kicks it to Anthony. Takes a 3. It's not going to fall. He's taken 4 shots and made 2. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Back to Beverley. Nurkic with the block.
Nurkic big and blocking.
Down low. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And we finished one. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He ended up with 15 points and 1 rebound. And that'll do it for...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
They've got Whiteside. Hezonja's out there with Little. And it's Simons in at the point. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. And it's Leonard at the elbow. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And that one's good. Beverley.
Well, there's some confidence right now in Patrick Beverley's game. He's got the green light, and that time took a little bit of a quick opportunity and nailed it.
Here's Simon. Morris with the block. Here's George. Pass to Zubac. Outside Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Outside for George. Another shot. Good on the shot. Beverly's got 4 points in the quarter.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Trent gets the bucket. And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. To the inside, Morris uses the glass to finish the layup. Morris has got his first points in this one.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Chalk up 2 there.
Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 of 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
To the paint. Stolen by Zubac. Knocked loose. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers for Hassan Whiteside. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. He's averaging about 19 points per, 15 rebounds, and just over 3 blocks. And his defensive presence inside, not to be overlooked. He builds a wall around the basket.
Yeah, over this whole last stretch of games, he's been shutting down the lane with total authority. Impressive stuff.
Anthony, the pass to Whiteside. Fires the 3. Portland again missing. Clippers trail by 4. Now the feed to Williams. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
I know people can't see you, Kevin, but you're doing what I'm doing. Scratching your head to that turnover.
Portland's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Here's Simons. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Whiteside. Passes it to Simons. The jumper from the free throw line is good. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
Nice awareness from Whiteside there, understanding where his teammates were on that possession.
Jackson, that's good.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
From outside the arc, Trent can't hit.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
To the middle. Here's Leonard. And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. Inside. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Melo showing that he's still got it down there. Gets enough space to get up and get to the rim.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 6-point game. Their next game, playing at home, is the Nets coming to town. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Lillard way outside. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Green with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Jackson misses. Portland leading by 6. Outside Anthony. The dish now to Lillard. Back to Anthony. Kicks it to Lillard. 4 on the shot clock. And it's sent back by Morris.
And a rare block shot from Morris. Anticipates the move and just times it out perfectly.
Here's Leonard. And the Clippers miss again.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track. They're going to find a way to win.
Here 3 for 7-footer Zach Collins, showing some real potential as a 3-and-D rim protector.
The interesting thing about last year and Zach Collins was how he played in the playoffs. Stepping up, playing with tremendous confidence, playing with physicality. Showed a lot of signs of why it is Portland moved up a couple years ago in the draft to get Zach Collins in uniform.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Paul George is checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Landry Shamet comes in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Here's Green. Rebounded by McCollum. Anthony on the wing. Back to Nurkic. Lays it up off the glass. Nurkic has got the lead up to 9 now for Portland.
Nice shot selection there. Nurkic finding a shooting window and making that one count.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
And so it's Portland in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. And we've got more NBA action. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Shamet and George at the 2 and the 3. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris, and it's Beverley in at the point guard position.
Paul George can be dangerous out in transition. Great job finishing there.
And a deep three from Lillard. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
Yeah, he was terrific shooting the ball in the first half, but he looks a little bit slower out there, possibly leg tired here in the second half.
Count the basket.
A crucial breakdown defensively, and he was quick to make him pay.
You might see this in the early part of the game, but at this stage in the game, that's just really something unacceptable. He's a great mid-range scorer. I saw a green light there, Kevin. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Clippers trail by 5. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. And Beverley kicks to Morris. Nurkic against Zubac. Leonard attacking. And it's in there.
Really, with that level of speed and power, it is so difficult to keep Leonard from scoring on the drive.
Portland leading by 3. And here's McCollum. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Portland again missing.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Beverley finds George. Poke loose. McCollum with the ball. George picks him up. And here's Anthony from the arc. Portland again missing. Clippers trail by 3. And George, here we go. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Paul George does a great job changing speeds right there, and that's a huge part of his athleticism. Takes it strong to the cup and just daring a defender to come at him.
Whiteside's checked in for Zach Collins. And both free throws good for Paul George. And Whiteside's got the ball here for the Trailblazers. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. To the paint, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Execution by Whiteside there on the pick and roll. Flawless, diving right towards the basket and getting the ball in ideal position.
Beverley against Lillard. The pass to Zubac. Morris with the ball. Shot clock at 6. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Tries from 16, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Trailblazers leading by 3. Anthony dishes to Whiteside. Pass to McCollum. Deep 2 from Anthony. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Beverley to tie it up. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. It's a tie ball game.
Beverley excellent at getting a bucket when the team needs it, stepping up that time.
And the jam by Whiteside.
And it's nice to see Whiteside stepping up in a big way with buckets like that.
He kicks to Lillard. The tray. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Morris outside. Back to Beverly. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. Pocket 6. Anthony against George. Over Anthony.
Good defensive instincts there from Melo, reaching out and altering that shot.
Passes it to Lillard. Deflects the pass. Paul George with the steal. Tipped away. Leans. And he hits the jump shot. George has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
Well, your best players want to take on the burden come clutch time, and Paul George carrying the weight right now.
To the inside. Morris. Money!
That is world class. Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
And for Portland, they're shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Lillard against Beverly. Here's Whiteside. Yes!
And this is why they have him as their star player. Whiteside with the ability to step up in the clutch.
Now George. Over Whiteside. The putback. Good!
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Nurkic finds Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. From 7, here's Whiteside. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Adding ways to score into the paint, Whiteside continues to develop a more refined post game with better footwork each year.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And there's the call, Portland the foul. That one's on Anthony. He sinks the clutch free throw. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 2-point ball game.
That's just clutch work, really. That's all you can say. A little bit of D now, and they'll be out of here with a win.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They trail by 2. 1 second left in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
And with under 2 seconds remaining, they need something quick. Don't have time for an extra pass here, but they want to try for a 3 off the inbound play and go for the win. Definitely doable.
So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's it.